I think of a story I heard about a woman named Dorothy Sayers. She lived in the early 1900s. Dorothy Sayers was one of the first women to graduate from Oxford University. She, by her own admission, I'm not being mean here, was not a very attractive woman, not much to look at. And she was the writer of mystery novels. She wrote a series of 11 novels all about the same guy, Sir Peter Wimsey. And Lord Wimsey was a British aristocrat who would go around solving crime, and the series was very popular in England. Well, after the fifth novel, Dorothy started getting letters from her admirers, and they would say things like, "Oh, Dorothy, we love the series. We love Sir Wimsey. He's so noble and brave, but he seems so consumed by his work. We kind of feel sorry for him." And so Dorothy read her first 5 novels, and she concluded, you know what? They're right. He's kind of lonely. So in her 6th novel, she wrote another character into the story. The character's name was Harriet Vane. And in the story, Harriet Vane was one of the first women to graduate from Oxford University. She wasn't a very attractive woman, and she was the writer of mystery novels. Well, Harriet Vane teamed up with Lord Wimsey, and they went around London solving crime, and by the 8th novel, they fell in love and got married, and by the end of the series, they were living happily ever after. Kind of obvious what happened there, right? Dorothy looked out at this world that she had created, and she saw of all the characters that she loved, there was one she loved most, Sir Wimsey, and she saw that he wasn't whole. Now, she could have just done nothing. Her novels were selling. She could have scrapped the whole series and started over. But instead, she wrote herself into the story to make Lord Wimsey whole. That's a metaphor for Advent and Christmas, isn't it? God looked out at this universe that he had created, and he saw the character he loved most, you. And he saw that you weren't whole. Now, he could have just done nothing. He could have scrapped it and started over, but instead he wrote himself into the story. Literally, the Word became flesh. Jesus wrote himself into the story of your life to make you whole. Do you see how much Jesus loves you?